What is the greatest final level you've ever played? Maybe it was a final boss that the entire game built towards. Maybe it was a great narrative climax. Maybe it was just the best level of the game. But what about when a final level is all about flipping the script and turning the game into something new? This is how Hitman decided to end its trilogy. To understand why this level is so incredible, you first have to understand Hitman. Hitman is a stealth game, with massive, sprawling levels that gives you dozens of ways to kill your target without getting caught. Some of them are goofy, some of them are serious, and some of them are brutal. But regardless, the point of the game is always the same. While you are an incredibly lethal assassin, the game never pushes you to take straight-up shootouts. You're not supposed to. You are instead rewarded for being a ghost. The game wants you to leave no trace and for the murder to look like a tragic accident. There are certain levels that add a twist to this, whether through multiple targets that you don't actually know the face of and need to find, or even a mission where you're the one being hunted and you need to counter-assassinate your assassins. All of these add variety, but they don't really change the core of the game. You are only ever supposed to kill your targets. The people that are after you, the people that you're after. That is the crux of this game. How you do it can be funny, but over the course of 20 missions, it never deviates from this. That is, until mission number 21, Untouchable. Throughout the story of Hitman 3, you have gone rogue. To sum it up in about 10 seconds, you used to be under the control of the Illuminati, and now you're not. Now you're trying to dismantle the Illuminati, the rich and powerful people that are controlling the world from the background, and that nobody can challenge. The previous mission ended with your ally and handler betraying you, hitting you with a nerve gas and allowing the Illuminati to reclaim you, where they plan on brainwashing you yet again. What they don't know is that Diana didn't actually betray you. This was all part of her plan, because you wake up early, in the middle of the enemy's base, and upon waking up, the game gives you a message that tells you this mission is different. All Providence members may be eliminated. That's right, this is the first and only mission in the entire Hitman series where you are given permission to kill everyone. You've almost certainly done this before on one of the various sandbox levels, but this is the first time where narratively it is fully allowed. And so you wake up, you choke out your very first guard and probably the scientist for good measure, and you learn that this entire mission takes place on a heavily armored train, with your target at the very front. And so the rest of this mission is Agent 47 working his way through the train, gathering supplies to fight his way through, and taking out guard after guard, with shotguns, submachine guns, frag grenades, and every lethal tool that normally you don't really get a chance to use. It doesn't matter if it's a guard or an office worker. You are not penalized for killing any of them, because everyone on this train is a member of Providence, which, to give you some perspective, it's kind of like if you just got full access to the people that supported Epstein's Island. They may not be murderers themselves, but if they're important enough to be on this train, they are not innocent. Narratively, up until this point, you've always played it safe. It's known that you're an incredibly lethal assassin, but you're more like a ghost, relying on stealth and deception in order to get to your targets and take them out. This mission, you are the Grim Reaper. You tear through everyone on this train. There's still a few little tricks you can do, like overloading this flashlight to act as a temporary flashbang, but for the most part, you just shoot your way through, blow them up, take them out, kick them off the train. Everything has been leading up to giving you this moment, and now that you're here, you're going to finish it. Just if you're wondering, you can fully stealth clear this mission. You don't have to take everybody out, but the rising music and the little message at the top left of your screen saying that everyone can be eliminated. I think the devs want you to go on this rampage. They gave you the toys and the tools here to really make this feel like Agent 47 is getting his revenge. And they put you in a location where, unquestionably, you aren't in the wrong if you decide to turn this train into a graveyard. Once you finally make it to the front of the train, you detach all of the other train cars, leaving you alone with your target, the rat who controls the world. In one final bid, he offers you the serum that would erase your memory and says to become his lapdog yet again. And then he turns into the mirror, fixes his suit, and waits to die. At this point, you have two options. You can kill him in any way you want. The devs even give you a convenient fire axe in the room if you're feeling a little vindictive still. Or you can inject him with the syringe, taking away his memories and making him a blank slate. Arguably a more fitting punishment for someone with such an absurd ego. Seeing him actually afraid if you inject him with the syringe makes it my favorite way to take him out, but throwing a grenade at the back of his head is a close second. With him finally dead, Agent 47 stops the train, and his partner and handler Diana takes control of the Providence network and forces all of the corrupt billionaires who have been controlling the world into an early retirement. Without killing them, actually. It's implied that it's more blackmail, but they step down willingly. And that's the end of the game. Agent 47 gets his revenge and is finally free. At least for a little while. Ultimately, he decides to come back and keep doing what he does best. Because there will always be another power-hungry person willing to step on others to get more than they deserve. And Agent 47 is determined to show them that no one is untouchable.
There will always be people like them. So there will always be people like us.
No one is untouchable.
That is the final level of Hitman, which goes to show how changing up the rules of the game, even without changing the full game, can create a very special and cathartic feeling that makes something worthy of being a final level. I'm sure that there are people who are disappointed that it wasn't a normal Hitman level that ended the game. But look, in my opinion, we've had 20 of these massive, sprawling levels with tons of different ways that you could go about killing your target. I really appreciated the narrative impact of just letting us be this lethal assassin that this entire train learns to fear. If you've never played the Hitman games before, highly recommend checking them out. I just made a video yesterday about how they're one of a kind, maybe check that out. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. If I hit 1,000, I can actually get monetized, so that would be super cool. As always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see ya.